I'm Kevin Weldon. I've been informed that there's a problem with these NOKER chainsaws, or at least this one. It's an NK381. I watched a video of somebody disassembling one, and so using what the way he did it, taking it apart, it probably won't be that way because I really don't know what I'm doing. So I've acquired a two-stroke genius by the name of Josh. He's gonna help me make sure this thing's taken apart, or possibly just do it himself, and I'll just watch and commentate. So, Josh, if you've ever messed with a chainsaw, you'll understand what the next step is.
Take it apart.
Take it apart.
All right. I've owned two-stroke dirt bikes, so pretty well know what I'm doing.
The first chainsaw I ever bought, I believe it was called a Wood Shark. It was a little green one from, I think it had a 14-inch bar on it. And I bought it from Tractor Supply in Horse County. And the next one I bought was an electric one because I didn't like how we had to mess with it all the time. So this is an experience here.
Take the bar off.
We're going to take the chainsaw apart.
This is one of the things you wanted to talk about. This flashing on the casting. So what we're going to do is break a piece off and see if it's paint or metal.
You're going to have to look at that, see what that is. Look at that. You tell me what that is. Turn it over. I can tell you what that is. That's a shitty paint job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any metal in this.
It might be. No, there's metal right there.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if I scraped that off. I don't know. There's a tiny little lip on the bottom of that is flashing.
All right. So there's some shitty cast.
And also, there was something said about the paint being scratched. The paint is scratched on this one as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would have
Yeah.
paint scratched on a chainsaw, but
Well, I can tell you why that paint scratch. That's because I left it outside.
you used it like a chainsaw.
Well, I had more important things to. Well, I believed I had more important things to go over in my evening time than be responsible chainsaw owner.
There's nothing more important than chainsaws.
Yeah, you might be on to something there.
Disassembling chainsaws for,
What is it?
I don't know, 5 minutes now. I haven't formed an opinion yet.
I have been told when you're messing with stuff, don't lose the parts. Because it's harder to put it back together without.
Pick the wrong mechanic. Probably should get somebody to know what they're doing.
I figured you knew more than me. I've seen responsible people do that before. You gotta take all this off, huh? saw a video on how to do it. But I didn't think I'd do as good a job as you.
I'm real good at taking stuff apart and putting it back together.
Well, I think we can manage. I'll tell you something that's a lot cooler than this. That's like, if you just take a look around at this badass shop. I mean, look at it. All right, you better get back on the chainsaw. Somebody's doing something shaky. I just want you to look at this shop, because it's, you want to talk about where your focus should be.
I was just thinking somebody's gonna think I was doing something.
No, I tricked it out. Now that's how. Get on this serial number. We just switched it out. Hold on. Get that serial number right there. Because this has to do with the FBI or the federales or whoever. Like, these are the people. These people are going to be watching this, looking at this, and this is how they're going to bust that ass.
Busting that ass.
How hard was that? You haven't got to the hard ones yet, have you? Or the easy ones, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
You got to get to the easy ones. Just take them out with 2 fingers.
Really?
That's
Is
the
that what
rumor.
it was?
That's the rumor on the deck plate.
Like it was, I don't think it would have ran very much in the first place at all.
You could have an area. Could have. But if you don't know anything about 2-strokes, then you wouldn't know.
I've been building 2-stroke Jimmys for 40 years.
I know you're a 2-stroker. That's why you're here doing it. I'm more of a 6-stroke guy. Are you putting this all over my new Hardy? This stuff is brand new.
Alright. Are we gonna go ahead and pull the cylinder off now, or you wanna take the whole thing apart?
Man, I don't know. That spark plug was black. I know that. What is this? You see all that? What's all that? That's what? Is that soot? From an air leak?
Looks like it.
Maybe the spark plug with it. Could be.
Most likely. I've had spark plugs leak before. Show the soot.
You want a close up? If you know how to operate 2-strokes, then you'll know if this is good or bad. Just take a look at it and form your own opinions. Or just state facts. However you want to look at life.
Does this muffler come off with the cylinder?
I don't know. I think this
I
is
know
a
these
2-piece
bottoms
muffler.
have gotta come off for sure, because they're both okay. I guess you pretty well know this is unbiased. You don't even know how it comes apart.
Well, I can tell it's biased. I'm looking at your shirt.
Or this on purpose. I got a Stihl 180, 14-inch bar. Been doing chainsaw stuff for a while.
Man, if I still had that tiger shark, that wood shark, man, we could have a little saw. I ended up trading that for some 2x12s.
Is that what you call
Was
it?
that tight? Or was it loose?
I
Try it again.
should have paid attention.
You should.
All right.
Try that. Set your purse down and turn it. That's not 2 fingers. Maybe for a full-grown man, 2 fingers. Like a full-grown man can do it with 2 fingers. But not so grown man can use maybe 3.
I use 3.
I don't know.
All right, here goes the last one.
Why are you shaking the tape?
Golly, man. No, you can't even be one to tell me that shit was finger tight.
I think it's funny seeing this now.
Call it
Like,
spade a spade,
for,
but that's
yeah, for the first time, like seeing it, you got to pull this muffler off. I think seeing this for my first time, seeing this NOKER being pulled apart, that these are not finger tied. Whatever assembler put this together, put it together something other than finger tied. Or woman.
Could be a child.
Or yeah, it could be a kid actually. You never know. As long as they put my chainsaw together right, that's all I care about.
Are you filming this on a Chinese made phone?
Probably.
Sitting there all fat and cocky. Chinese phone.
I really do wonder, like, who's deceiving who? Is it the Chinese deceiving the Americans, or the Americans deceiving Americans?
Well, you could bet the Chinese are deceiving us. But there's a lot of Americans doing the same shit. They couldn't do it without the help of Americans.
Well, it wasn't us, it'd be somebody else.
Fine shit from China, that's what you're saying. That's why I drank dealing on that beer.
Well,
American made.
I don't know where that stuff's made.
Well, I guess we're going farther because that's the only left. I don't know.
Maybe you gotta hit it without. Or no, you gotta take the carburetor off.
Yeah.
You forgot about that part. I think you're getting
Well, I
your
didn't-
disassembly out of order here.
I didn't forget. I just don't know.
Maybe that's why the bolts, the head or the cylinder bolts seem tighter than what they actually are.
Because the carburetor's still bolted up.
The plastic's holding it down.
That makes sense. I gotta take the whole case off.
Man, I ain't never messed one. You can't change an air filter, Jesus.
Is it not loose like that?
It's loose now. Look at all them fines getting past there. Jeez, I bet the cylinder already just one of them scored all the way up.
Alright.
So how many times this chainsaw cut? I cut two, probably 24-inch logs with it. I don't know. Whenever I got back from Steve's place, maybe 2 weeks ago, it didn't run. He said the gas tank leaked, and some shit was up with the carburetor or whatever. But I was just happy that I got some for the work that I did. And he gave it to me basically for free, or as a thank you. I wanted to see if it worked. It worked. It worked fine. I still don't understand like why it's a bad saw, but we're gonna figure it out.
Oh, that's a plus. Cylinder's loose, but that bullet's still on there.
Oh, you gotta pull that carb off. Right here.
Oh, that's how it is. Alright, let's need a 8mm or something. Beer break.
I got right here. I got you a little. Don't worry, this wasn't made in China either. Is it the 8? I ain't been inside this thing.
This carburetor is full. I mean, not the car, but all around.
Outside. Well, they said it was suck it in if it is.
Yeah, I would think it'd be good.
Maybe somebody needs to figure out how to put an air filter on, huh? Or a different kind of air filter. This works. Maybe that's what. Oh, that's the choke. I just want to pull the damn thing off. Look at it. Show that on the show.
And what about this carb gasket? You need.
I think that's a Y.
Oh, Yimba. Yimba.
Don't worry, it's extra dirty.
Alright, do you need a picture of this carb gasket or something?
Let me see. Where is that? You said there was going to be a boot that was torn.
Oh, that's the boot. Yeah. Okay, it's the boot. Alright.
If there was a boot torn, if you did something, there wasn't, or something like that. I just want to see whatever the hell up with it. This boot does not appear
I don't see that it's been cut.
to be cut or torn. Maybe it's got the old carburetor on it. Now let's get to the nuts and bolts of it. Maybe y'all can kind of see it right there. Okay, you look at that thing. You tell me, two-stroke genius. You tell me what, any, if any, or all problems that you see.
Supposed to be flashing.
Other than it being a really small cylinder. Like that looks like a really small cylinder. But I mean, you don't mess with chainsaws, how would you know?
It's not ported or anything, but it's not.
Let's get a close up.
You can see little, any head on anything, any opening is going to have casting like
I need
that.
something
ported. If you port one, it won't have all that.
So I don't know if that's a crack or not. I don't believe that it is.
It's a machine mark, I think.
That's a casting, way down inside of here.
Yeah.
Way down inside of there. Oh, can you see that? Like I don't know what that is right there, but
that right there is kind of suspect.
Yeah, there's a ding there, huh?
That could have been some drop.
There's a ding right here too. That thing mounts up. Could be sucking air in there. I don't know. But as I go around and look at it, get it in the light better. I don't see. I mean, I see some little dots and stuff there, you know. And I see a little hump there, and I see a little something there. I don't know what that is, but there's just a little hump I see. And I don't know. I mean, if I was to somebody that doesn't know anything about this, I would think this would need to be cleaned off, and that would not need to be there. Whatever that is, I don't know.
Well, that's part of porting. You clean all that stuff up.
I do see a crack here. There's a crack right there. That the crack I was telling you about on the other side, right there. If you look here, look at there. There is a crack that goes into the bore.
An actual crack.
Look at it. I don't know like how much that affects it, or
That's casting. It's the
that's for
same on
sure.
both
It's
sides.
casting. But it look how it goes into the board
Yeah, it
itself.
definitely goes into the board. And surely that little spot, I mean, it's got huge holes in it. That little spot's wouldn't affect it, I wouldn't think.
I don't know.
That may be a potential failure point at some point, but
That'd be something
I
that
wouldn't
you.
think so.
That would be something you need to take up with the tin man. He could tell you if that's good or not.
All right, take your word for it.
I'm gonna try to get as many pictures of this as I can. And you still, I mean, I only cut 2 pieces of wood with it. So you still should see, you know, all the cross hatches and all that. But I'm not 100% happy with that, because I see that it does come down into the bore. How much that affects things, I've seen a lot of other cylinders with huge gouges in them. 300,000, 400,000 mile vehicles, still running, still working. But on something new, just look at it, that doesn't look acceptable. That little crack, can you zoom in on that and see that little, I'm trying to get the light right. Can you see it like that? But it doesn't look anything close to that other cylinder that I saw. Not even close. Man, surely that thing, you see that little dent there?
Yeah, I bet somebody dropped that at the factory or something. I would think, if it's never been taken apart.
Well, it probably wasn't that high off the ground when it dropped.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, it could have fell from like some storage. But this is what I see. Let's take this off. Just take the intake thing off. Let's look at that. See on the inside of that end.
I can feel it. Got one close.
The little number 1. There's number 2. Let's see.
The casting in there, but I don't know. Little pock mark there.
Man, I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal in there. Not near as much as that little crack or flaw in the casting that I saw right there. Like, I wonder about that. But that's something those porting experts can, I'm sure, let everybody know what you should, shouldn't, or could or couldn't, or if it should or shouldn't be, whatever. Like, they know all about that stuff. I just know something when I look at it, and I know I don't like that. I don't like that, and I don't like that coming into the bore itself. But I do not believe that this is even close to that other cylinder that I saw.
Dog holes.
That was on a NOKER. I know 381. I think a 381 NOKER. See, Any thoughts, Mr. Two-Stroke?
I don't know, dude. I don't think. I mean, that is
Am I missing
definitely
something?
a little bit of an ugly casting, but it's so thick right there. That's like a thick part of the casting. I don't think it would be detrimental, but I don't know either. So
If there's any questions about any of this, don't hesitate to ask, because I'm more than willing to show whatever helps you.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the other video, so I don't know what he's saying. But this doesn't look.
Well, that's the cylinder that he showed, without a doubt, it was a big pile of shit.
It look worse than this.
I don't know anything about cylinders, but I can tell you that thing's a pile of shit.
All that stuff right there, that's normal on any head. Any engine block is gonna have all that kind of casting stuff.
Okay.
I mean, when you port one, that's the kind of stuff you clean up. You make that stuff smooth so it flows
That makes
better.
sense.
But I don't know. I don't see anything more.
So does it need to come from China, like already ported?
And porting helps, but any factory vehicle you buy is not ported. They build it cheap, they mold shit, send it out. So I don't know. It doesn't look detrimental to anything.
Well, we could pull apart the rest of it, but I'd rather get a feel to see. Is there something that anybody's interested in any further? Because like, I got no qualms with pulling the whole thing apart. I'll leave it sitting right here. Just let me know. I mean, I can tear it apart, but I just don't see finish tearing it apart. But I just don't see
Was there
what
any
I'm
other
gonna get out of it.
problems he said it had?
I just remember looking at the cylinder. That's what stuck out. The cylinder really stuck out because I was like, man, that's a really shitty cylinder.
Did you pull the crankcase apart?
I just, well, no, I don't remember.
We can tear it the rest of the way down if somebody wants us to.
All right. Let us know. I guess that's it.